Disney, eh? I bet a lot of people watching this video are staunchly anti-Disney. Big mega conglomerate monopoly companies like Disney are too busy jury-rigging the copyright laws to their liking and buying out everything and everyone to either generate a quick buck or drive them into the ground. Look, I get it. But you also can't deny, you see a Simba and you're like, yep, that's a Simba. Well, this isn't a Simba, because I don't see any emotion here, I just see a lion. The point is, Disney characters are beloved, easily recognizable, and most importantly, mega marketable. Disney has their own shops dedicated to selling useless merchandise and collectibles, stacked floor to ceiling with plush toys that you need to take out a second mortgage just to afford. From nappies to hot sauce. Man, if Disney has a license, they'll merchandise the hell out of it. Oh, just make sure you don't put those two together, trust me. Chili sauce is not a good baby lotion. Merchandising brings in the big bucks, so what about a toy that plugs into the TV? Gives you 5 dumb J2ME style games based on beloved Disney properties. Yep, they did that. 2005. That was 118 years ago. Disney offered up some of their licenses to Jakks Pacific, one of the leading specialists at clogging up landfills with plastic crap, and together they produced The Disney. Just Disney, not the Jakks Pacific Disney, or the Disney Plug and Play, or the Disney 5-in-1, no, just Disney. The Disney comes with 5 built-in games that are essentially unique to this plug-and-play console, and the device itself takes a whopping 4 AA batteries to work. That's the power sorted, all you need to do is plug the 1 video and 1 audio cable in to enjoy fantastic single-channel sound and music that's more compressed than the garbage on the Game Boy Advance. You know, the handheld that sounded like nails on a chalkboard 90% of the time. Once you're in, it's on, and you're past the wall of copyright text, you get a completely silent menu screen, except for a quiet click noise as you highlight each icon. And singular silent title screens that really sell the illusion you're playing some awesome Disney console for the cool kids. Although this console was released in February of 2005, the games on the console have a completion year of 2004, indicating they weren't under a severe crunch. Possibly, playing these I still get the feeling they were. What good is a plug and play without games? You mean like the PlayStation 3 at launch? I finally got a PS3. But the PS3 has no games! 5 games on this, let's take a look at each of them. Disney's The Lionking Timon to the rescue. Similar to the classic game Pipe Dream, or one of its many clones, though not quite the same. The game features gameplay where you rotate ground pieces in order to guide Pumbaa, who can only travel in a straight line. Apparently he's sleepwalking, but I like to think he woke up blind one day and now has to live with the overwhelming depression that he'll never see again. I used to be able to see. Unlike Pipe Dreams, you can go over places you have already been. Finishing a stage nets you the remaining time in extra points, but the points don't seem to do anything, at least from what I can tell. These plug-and-play consoles don't tend to have SRAM of any kind for saving scores either, so points are kind of redundant. If the time starts to run out, some cherries appear. Collecting these will double the points you earn. It doesn't completely make up for lost time, but hey, it's something, even if points are useless. There doesn't seem to be any way to earn extra lives, and the furthest I managed to get was level 29, so I don't know how many levels there are, but I do know there are far too many. Timon looks so off-model in this game. Every single Timon appearance looks wrong, completely and utterly bootleg. I appreciate how good everything else looks. The background tiles are especially nice, with the dark square edges indicating the grid on which the game takes place. Yeah, really, this one isn't half bad. Yeah, it really makes me think. A couple of head scratches here and there, and there's barely enough time to solve the puzzle, so you can't dawdle or anything. Genuinely sorta kinda decent. Not sure it's what young children would have wanted out of a Disney plug-and-play, but you know what? Far from the worst thing I've played. Disney's Lilo and Stitch, Stitch's search for paradise. Try as hard as he could, he wouldn't find paradise until 2008 when he met Yuna Kamhara. Because anywhere Yuna is, that's paradise.
Oh, Hannah.
The concept of this game is kinda silly. Stitch was looking at Lilo's photo collection and fell into a cave, and now all the photos are scattered everywhere. Find as many of the photos as you can and get out of the cave before Lilo returns home, specifically within an hour, during which the same Nokia ringtone repeats ad nauseum until either your ears bleed or you gouge them out yourself with a pastry cutter. So this one is kind of like a platformer, except it plays like garbage, and Stitch's ball rolling mechanic is actually terrible. A shame because it's another fairly decent looking game. You have to collect the photos and reach the exit, avoiding water because apparently Stitch is a mogwai or something. Yeah, truth be told, this one's okay too. Sprite work is nice, and even though it lacks background details most of the time, what's there is pleasant to look at. Sure, it doesn't set my world on fire, but that's because my world won't be set on fire until after the Rapture, when the remaining living persons on Earth start what would come to be known as the Final War. So many people are going to die. Collect all the photos and Stitch will get a kiss from Lilo as a reward. But that look on Stitch's face, those glazed over eyes staring into the distance, I know he sees it too. The fire, the destruction, the devastating loss of life. Next up, Donald's Golf Tournament. One thing is quite apparent when playing this particular game, the leap in quality. The music is a step up from ringtone to Commodore Amiga, nice big legible letters, a clear and easy to read interface, a pretty standard classic mobile phone game, and I don't mean like an iPhone game, I mean like an old Nokia game or something. I played stuff quite similar to this back in the day. There's nothing really Disney about this though. If you took Donald out of the top right corner and removed the references to him and other Disney characters, you'd just have a standard golf game. So while it's easily the best game on this plug and play so far, the lack of significant Disney magic lets it down a bit. I managed to play this one for a good half an hour, and that's certainly something of a compliment. Aladdin and the 5 Gems of Agrabah, or as I like to call it, Aladdin and the 5 Reasons You'd Much Sooner Play Aladdin on the Genesis. Number 1, you can't use your sword. You're Aladdin, the famous thief with the fez, the ill-fitting purple shirt and the baggy trousers and the sword, but without the sword you're just a fashion disaster, no thanks. Number 2, fall damage. Aladdin is a nimble thief, so the idea of him taking fall damage, or anyone taking fall damage in a 2D platformer, is absurd. I play video games to escape reality, because in real life I can't jump off a building without the best case scenario dying or worst case scenario becoming a paraplegic. Number 3, Aladdin on the Disney Plug and Play. Aladdin on the Genesis. Plug and Play. Genesis. Plug and Play. Genesis. It's the same tune everywhere on the Plug and Play, but Aladdin on the Genesis is jazz, jazz, jazz. Number 4, Digicel. Aladdin on the Genesis used state-of-the-art technology developed by geniuses over at Virgin Interactive to turn drawings into Genesis graphics data, allowing the game to be packed full of top-quality art. All those frames of animation, those big sprites, that incredible detail. It's not even fair to compare them, really. And number 5, Dave Perry. What is your wish? Well, how about I wish for a better game? I'd rather eat the dried turds out of Iago's multi-fur while Jasmine fucks me up the ass with the Sultan's giant butt-rupturing dildo. This game fucking sucks, it sucking fucks, it licks my toes and I don't like it. Aladdin and the 5 Gems of Agrabah is Agrabad. But hey, it's only the 4th game, what's the last one? Son of a bitch. Simba and the Tree of Trials. It's Puyo Puyo, if Puyo Puyo lost the will to live. Oh god. I don't see a child wanting to play this for very long either. I'd be lying if I said I haven't played games like this before, however. I used to play crap like this on my old Nokia way back when, so this is kind of nostalgic? That's what you could say this plug and play is, sort of like a nostalgic piece of crap, in that you can look back on it and you could say, yes, that really was one of the pieces of crap of all time.